Okay, let's make some pancakes. First up, Rainbow Plant Life Best Ever Pancake. This one's probably the most involved and has one ingredient that's different than the rest. That is vegan sour cream. Now, before I start, I'm going to be timing every one of these just to see if the involvement level is worth it in the end. Is the recipe worth it? So let's get started. First thing we gotta do is make a buttermilk. Boom. Timer started. I'm just gonna leave a link to all of the recipes when I'm done. So she's just using soy milk and lemon juice, which, you know, that makes sense. So I'm just gonna mix this up, toss this over, and let's get moving because that needs to sit for a minute. Now we need to whisk our dry ingredients in a separate bowl. I mean, so far this is just a standard, fairly easy recipe, it seems. This is a ton of baking powder, but it's what she calls for. I'm also trying to be quick with this because I don't want the time to be like one of my normal cooking videos where I have to like set up the shot and, you know, move it all around. I want this to be a fair analysis. Love the sea salt addition. It's a pretty good looking dry mix, pretty simple. Now, we're gonna bring back our curdled milk, definitely thicker. You can see it sticking to the whisk. That's okay. Now, I think the vegan sour cream out of every pancake recipe I've tested, this is the first time I've seen this in a pancake recipe, and I think it's genius because that sour element really does make a difference. And we just need to whisk this until it's smooth. And that's gonna be kind of like a nice sweet cream. I mean, I love this idea. This recipe is really, I mean, we're starting off with a bang. I just need to melt some vegan butter. And while that microwaves, that's when you can hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. So here it is. This is it. We have our wet, we have our dry. We just need to add these two together. It says lumps are okay, which I know with pancake batter, you know, that happens. And gang, we're at 13 minutes. How long does it take you to make your pancakes? It's a good looking pancake batter, to be honest, actually. This is a really, it smells good too. Oh man, that smells so good. I feel like I'm gonna be going a little crazy at the end of this, but we'll see. Okay, I love the look of this. Really, really good. So we need to heat up our griddle, clean this up just a pinch. This needs to rest for about 5 minutes, which is plenty of time for today's sponsor. Wild Grain is the first bake from frozen subscription box for sourdough breads, artisanal pastries, and fresh pastas. I mean, look at all of this. I've been getting their plant-based box for, I feel like a year now, and I can't imagine going back to store-bought. I tell everybody about these cookies. Wild Grain uses simple ingredients you can pronounce with a slow fermentation process that can be easier on your belly and richer in nutrients and antioxidants. Every product bakes from frozen in 25 minutes or less. No thawing required. Freezing locks in the flavor, nutrients, and texture without using preservatives. Honestly, this is some of the best sourdough bread I've ever had. It's so good every single time. And with every box ordered, they donate 2 meals to a food security nonprofit of your choice at no extra cost. Plus, they're constantly adding seasonal products and new products across dietary preferences. So there's always an exciting selection to choose from when building your next box. Wild Grain also has gluten-free, vegan, and their new protein box. So gang, you gotta check out Wild Grain. Click the link in the description and use code Saucestache to get $30 off your first box. Plus, you'll get free croissants for life, and they're really good croissants. Wild Grain, thanks for sponsoring today's video and for always sending the most incredible bread. Oh God. So I actually bought this thing. It's supposed to be like a dispenser, but like the hole seems really small for stuff to come out of. I'm gonna just try to put a little in here, see what happens. Not gonna put it all in there because that'd be my luck. Nothing comes out. Let's go, first pancake. Let's see what this little dispenser thingy does. Nothing, totally nothing. Dang it, what a waste. This is also thick batter, definitely like airy. What a waste of money. So do a 1/4 cup. I'm gonna start one right in the middle here. These are little pancakes, actually. These are looking pretty good. So far, I think these are pretty legit pancakes. We are 32 minutes in, and we got 6 pancakes gone. And they are crazy fluffy. So I'm assuming her pancakes must have been larger because we got a decent amount of batter left. There it is, first pancake. I'm gonna just slice this one open. Ooh, that is done actually. Wow, super cakey. Now the trick for these is we're gonna make all of these pancakes. I'm gonna label them and then freeze them, and then we can re-toast them. And if you know anything about making pancakes, usually the frozen re-toasted come out pretty friggin' good. This is gonna be the little tester for now. Okay, not gonna pass any judgment yet until I try them all. But wow, Fluffy McFlufferson. Okay, stop. 43 minutes and 32 seconds to complete all of these pancakes. All of them. We are meal prepped up with some Rainbow Plant Life pancakes. So now let's move on to the next one. Nora Cooks Simple Vegan Pancakes. So I think this one's gonna be one of the easiest ones. This one's polar opposite of Rainbow Plant Life. It is one bowl, just 6 ingredients. So let's start the timer. So first thing we gotta do is whisk all the dry ingredients. I do like that it's one bowl. That makes a difference. Rainbow Plant Life's called for sea salt. This one just calls for salt. That's it. Dry ingredients, 1 minute in. So this one, there's no tricks. You're not making like a wet batter. We're just going all in. Now, the only thing I am substituting here is she calls for canola oil. I'm using coconut oil. It is a direct replacement, so shouldn't make a huge difference in the recipe. And that was a refined coconut oil, so there's no flavor. So that was it. That took 3.5 minutes, already massively different in time. So we're just going to set this aside and heat up our griddle. I mean, God, that was so quick. Now, Nora Cooks does give some, she says, a 1/3 cup. So let's roll. This temperature is perfect. Now, she actually gives very specific instructions. Cook until bubbles form, flip, and then 1 or 2 minutes until golden. And that was 10 minutes until every pancake was on the griddle, which is phenomenal. Ooh, my gosh, there's a pancake on the loose. That thing went flying. That was horrible. I'll tell you, this recipe is impressive because we were pretty much 13 minutes in and the first pancake is coming off the griddle here. We're gonna give that first pancake a little cut shot here. It is crazy fluffy. Airy, I mean it looks moist. Okay, Nora Cooks. A lot of people recommended this one. I can see why. Great recipe. Wow. 15 minutes. Impressive. Unbelievable. Nora Cooks super simple pancake. I mean, just crazy. Look at that. Crazy. Let's keep going. Okay, next version is the Edgy Veg version. Now, hers is more unique than everybody else. This one specifically was recommended, the protein version, so that's why I'm going with this one. So it might be an unfair comparison. We'll see. The other thing about hers is she makes a massive amount of the dry mix to where you could just pour out a little dry mix and then whisk it with some soy milk and be done. Hers is the first version to use baking powder and baking soda. I betcha she's doing that because of the protein. Otherwise, these could have came out pretty flat, pretty dense. Now we're only 3 minutes in. In her recipe, this gets set aside and you could just use this whenever you want. And then you just make this like buttermilk mixture that she makes. She makes 1 cup at a time. We're making about 10 pancakes is what we're trying. So we're gonna do 2 cups of the soy milk, no lemon, apple cider vinegar. Should work really well. And then we're gonna let that sit for a minute. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. The vanilla extract along with the vanilla protein powder, these are gonna be vanilla-y. And then that's it. We just need to combine these guys. 6 minutes in, there's some immediate bubbles from the baking soda and baking powder along with that apple cider vinegar. I mean, it looks like an awesome mix. I'll tell you, the smell is pretty good. It's a little bit more acidic than the rest of them, but I do like an acidic pancake. We're gonna do a 1/3 cup just like we did with the last one. Let's heat up our griddle and go. This mixture is just bubbling crazy. This was the hardest to mix. Every time I would mix a little bit, there'd be little pockets of flour just like that right there. And this is the only one where you could see I'm just getting these little spare dudes just getting tossed out on the side here. We're 14 minutes in. We got some bubbling happening. That was a quick bubble for this one. These are coming out the best. Brown-wise, like they look really good. They look like pancakes. We'll knock this first one off and then get the cut test. We have a fluffy pancake. Wow. Well, that does look kind of dense. A little bit denser. Ooh, that's quite a bit denser actually. So first batch done in exactly 18 minutes. That's pretty impressive. I'm happy with 18 minutes. So we ended up with 8 pancakes. One of them is gonna be pretty big because we would have had a really small one otherwise. While we're waiting, let's give it a little trial just to see. And yeah, for a protein pancake, like for a plant-based protein pancake, that's pretty good. It is still fluffy. Good looking pancakes. They're a little dense. This is the heaviest batch I've made so far. So it's the next day. We were on a pancake roll yesterday, learned quite a bit. Let's make pancake 4. This one's gonna be from Make It Dairy Free. Highly recommended. They're fluffy vegan pancakes. What seems to set this one apart is a flax egg mix. So I'm gonna kind of see how that goes. But this one also makes a vegan buttermilk, similar to some of the ones from yesterday. And they don't recommend any specific milk, so I'm just gonna keep using soy milk. Gotta start the timer, forgot to start the timer. I knew I was gonna do that. So we're just gonna add maybe 30 seconds. It didn't take long for me to do this. Now, their buttermilk, they recommend sitting for 10 minutes. Well, that's gonna take some time. Now their flax egg mixture also needs to sit for 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and make our dry, which is a similar mixture to pretty much everybody else. We're just all-purpose. All of these are gonna be using all-purpose flour. Flour, baking powder, only the one recipe had baking soda yesterday, so that's kind of interesting. And I'm surprised about the lack of variation of different sugars. Pretty simple. So yeah, here's the dry ingredients. We're 5 minutes in, so we have another 5 minutes to go. So we're just gonna hang out. Let's just hang out and wait. How's your day going? Did you subscribe yet? It's late in the video. I got nothing else. Okay, so it's been 12 minutes. So we're going to whisk the flax into the buttermilk mixture. I'm excited to see how the flax pancake comes out. I think that's going to be pretty cool. Ooh, that buttermilk mixture is thick. I have a good feeling about this recipe. I think this recipe is going to be unique. Now, this is very specific on how this comes together because it's actually saying to add it in 3 parts. So do wonder if this is gonna be a lot thicker dough. This does look like it's gonna be a lot thicker. This is a pretty thick pancake batter. The thickest one by far. Boom, batter is done, 17 minutes in. We're gonna set this aside. It says to let batter rest for 5 minutes, which, I mean, that's plenty of time for me to heat up the griddle. You thought I was gonna say sponsor, but there's not 2 sponsors in this video, just the one. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. Griddle is heated up. Let's get going. And this one looks like it's only gonna make, this is not like a huge recipe, unless these were supposed to be 6 very small pancakes. I know I made this one pancake a little extra large, but that's all of it. I mean, these look good. They are thick. They're definitely thicker. I'm excited to put these all together to see what Monica has to say. I'm gonna take this first one off. It's the first one. We'll do the cut test. Cuts right through, really nice. That's pretty fluffy. You can see there's still some density to it. It looks like a fibery kind of pancake. I'm not trying to comment on the taste of any of these yet. I want Monica to really be the taster, but pretty good. So all in all, we are 30 minutes in. These are all coming off the griddle. These were unique to where they cooked darker than the rest of them for some reason. But here it is, the Make It Dairy-Free pancake. Singeing my hair. Boom. So last up on your recommended is Pickup Lime's Fluffy Vegan Pancake. Very similar to Nora Cooks. The Pickup Limes one has 1 more ingredient. It doesn't use water. It only uses soy milk. And this one also only uses 1 bowl. Oh, let me get the timer started. Now the one difference is this one actually has to sift. So that's actually kind of nice. So the sifted ingredients, that actually mixed it together pretty well. That saved us some time. We're 2 minutes in, 2.5 minutes in. So now we just need to add our wet ingredients, and we're just adding them directly to the bowl. Soy milk, apple cider vinegar, hefty amount of vanilla. I like that. And then mix until just combined. Lumps are fine. No oil goes in the batter. No waiting for the buttermilk connection. Just all in one. 4 minutes. Probably the quickest batter. I think that might have been the quickest. So now, is there any waiting? Let rest for 3 minutes. So we're at 5 minutes now, and it's gonna take longer to heat up the griddle, so let me just get the griddle going. Luckily, the griddle is still hot from the last pancake. This one's wild, and we'll see who wins the fastest. You'll know what the fastest is. I'll know once I edit the video. This is so exciting. Now, her recipe says specifically 1/4 cup. So these are tiny, tiny pancakes. Little itty bitty pancakes, and there is a time. It says cook 1 to 2 minutes until bubbly and the top is golden and flip. Cook other side till golden. Okay, we're just at 3 minutes. I'll say this batter smells the most like pancake batter. These look pretty good. They're fluffy, they are little, but they're fluffy. Boom, look at that. These have your very, shiny pancake top kind of look. We're 12 minutes in and we're about to pull the first one off. Ooh, that cut's kind of odd. We'll see. Kind of pressed down in, so that means it was still a little moist, but not as fluffy as the rest, I will say. Okay, definitely some fluff. This one is the most different out of all of them. I think this first batch is ready to come off, and first batch is done in 14 minutes and 20 seconds. We cook these last 2, and then I'll get a final time. I would say out of all of them, this would be considered the minimalist control batch. If you didn't do anything special to a pancake, this is the recipe. Okay, 19 minutes in, and the entire batch is done. They're fluffy. These are definitely some denser pancakes. Pickup Limes made a decent pancake here, so I can't wait to see what Monica has to say about these, but first let me make mine. Now, I learned some things from this. What I have learned, because I've made buttermilk using the apple cider vinegar, which comes out great. I've done it making the lemon, so I'm actually gonna be using lemon. I love the lemon. I'm gonna up the lemon. I got a lot from that Rainbow Plant Life recipe, so I'm gonna use vegan sour cream. I think that was great too. With Make It Dairy Free, I think the flax was a cool addition. I really like that. Pickup limes, sifting the flour, and then the protein powder from Edgy Veg. I'm gonna add some protein powder, not as much, because the protein definitely overtook the taste. But yeah, let's start. We're gonna do a flax mixture first. 3 tablespoons of water. Let's set this aside. It needs to set for probably 10 minutes or so. So that's gonna change the speed on mine with that 10-minute rest. But I think once we get everything else done, let's do the buttermilk. 1.5 cups of soy milk. And we're gonna do 2 tablespoons, maybe a little bit more of the lemon juice. And I'm actually going to kind of allow some of this pulp to go in there too, because I want it to be pretty lemony. Okay, we're gonna let that sit aside. Really love the lemon flavor in pancakes. Now for our dry ingredients, 1 3/4 cup flour, tablespoon vegan protein powder. Try not to use a soy protein powder because soy protein powder will suck up a lot more water. 2 tablespoons baking powder, which, oh my gosh, I hope I have just had. 2 tablespoons of sugar, which is pretty much on par with everybody else. And personally, I liked the sea salt, so we're gonna be doing a 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. So there is our dry. Bop. We have our 2 wets. It has been 8 minutes. So at this point, we're going to add in our flax into our buttermilk. And you can see this buttermilk is curdled up. 1/4 cup of our vegan sour cream. And then I don't think you can skip the butter. So we're gonna melt 2 tablespoons of a vegan butter. Just gonna drop this into a bowl and melt it. Also gonna add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Again, I like a higher amount of vanilla extract. I think that really adds to it. So now we can take our wet. I'm gonna whisk this up. Should be a thick, fatty, cream, eggy kind of mixture. I mean, should be really nice actually. Ooh, yeah, that is perfect. So at this point, 13 minutes in, fold this into this mixture until it's combined. Okay, boom. Oh man, super, super duper. Love that. Pop. Okay, so at this point, it's 15 minutes. We're gonna let this rest for at least 5 minutes. I'm gonna heat up the griddle. I kind of want it to rest even longer. I really want those bubbles to really kind of bubble up. I think 5 to 10 minutes would be pretty good actually. So while this is heating up, I'm gonna start prepping the taste test for Monica. 1 pancake each, a little bowl of maple syrup so she could dip. And yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes. So with mine, I'm gonna go with a 1/3 cup. I think that is ideal. Ooh, this is fluffy. That definitely pulled apart. Let's see how this goes. These look awesome, cooking perfectly. Ooh, perfect. We're gonna give these just a second longer. These honestly are like some of the more even pancakes out of the whole batch. So we are at 26 minutes and the first one is coming off. Let me do the cut, but I love the grain in that. Look at that. And the tear, that is fluff. Oh man, it's fluff and moist. Okay, oh man. Okay, done. Ooh, that got 2 done. Okay, these are coming off. Look at these. Crazy. First batch is off at 28 minutes, but we're just gonna make 8 with 2 kind of bigger ones. Boom. All of our testing is ready. So stoked. This is a stack of pancakes, and I already ate one. But I mean, look at these. Look at that top. Super fluffy. I mean, that is some height right there. Holy crap. Okay, they're all organized so Monica can figure out which one she thinks is the best. Let's see what Monica has to say. Okay, baby, pancakes.
Yay.
So we're just gonna take a quick bite out of each one.
Okay.
Think about it, and then we need to
rate them?
We just need to rank them.
Okay.
Okay?
Let's do it.
Taste, fluffiness. Really, that's it. Just taste and
Okay.
fluffiness. Start wherever you want.
Okay, I mean,
Go down the line. I'm gonna kind of do the same thing.
This one's a little thick.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're thick.
And are we dipping in the sauce?
You
in here?
could dip or you can go plain. I know Monica's not a big saucy kind of person. I like.
Well, I like to have syrup on my pancakes.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know you don't like a lot of. See, look at how tiny this dip is. Like, she acts like a. I mean, it's like such a tiny dip.
Fell out of my mouth. Okay.
This one's really good.
Okay. This one's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Oh, you thought they were gonna be bad?
Well, I mean, it was just so hard to cut into.
Yeah, I mean, they're like crispy tops, you know? I can get you a little knife if you want.
Oh no, this is fine.
Good. I can't get off the side. Cheers. Yeah, this one's also pretty good. It's a little bit more plain.
More fluffy than this one tasted better.
Okay, this one's like dense.
Yeah, I just have to like pull these
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, tear it a little bit. From the taste, I know which one this is. It's my least favorite. It is cool. I like the concept.
This one's probably the best one so far. Not bad. Just not
Yeah.
my favorite.
That is good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I think this or this is my favorite still.
Okay.
And I'll give you context. When Monica picks the winner, we'll reveal which one is which.
Yeah. This one I like. It stuck to the top of my mouth a lot.
Oh, really?
This one's not bad.
That's my favorite.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
something
It's the
about the
fluffiest and the softest.
I think I like this one the best. This one's pretty fluffy. Let me try it again. Actually, this one's not bad.
So,
This one and this one.
yeah, same.
Those are my three.
So I'm gonna say,
I might go top 1, 2, 3.
yep.
I just didn't. That one was good. It was almost a little too fluffy, but like not too fluffy, but more soft than fluffy.
Yeah, let me see.
And it like stuck to my mouth, but maybe it won't stick to your mouth.
This is the softest.
But I think this one's the best.
Fluffiest, most mild taste. This one has a taste. Crazy fluffy. Okay.
All of them were pretty good. Even my least favorite one, like even this one, wasn't bad.
So this is your least favorite?
Yeah, this one's my least favorite.
So this one,
These two are tied. You know,
Yeah.
I just like I can't choose, but they're not bad. I could go either way.
this one, Edgy Veg.
Okay.
It was a protein pancake. It was the only protein pancake out of the list, so I don't know how fair that was. It still wasn't, it wasn't bad.
No, none of them were bad.
It just wasn't out of the rest of them, this one lost. So I think these two are tied for 4th place. So 4th place,
Pickup limes.
Pickup Limes. That's the name of the creator. This one's Make It Dairy Free. Make It Dairy Free. I thought it was mine.
Well, surprise.
Okay, but still, again, these were all excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Yeah, they were actually not like they were good.
3rd place is Rainbow Plant Life. Very good pancake. Super good pancake. This is 2nd, and I'm pretty sure this is mine because it's the other one, Flax. This is my
Oh.
pancake.
But 2nd place is
2nd
great,
place.
baby.
I'm proud of it. And then 1st place, I don't know who is left. Oh, Nora Cooks. A lot of people recommended this one. This was, I think, the quickest recipe. One of the easiest. I mean, you could see the amount of fluff in this thing. This is a good pancake.
Very good.
They were all close. Like, we
I
had,
need any of these. Yeah.
yeah, any of them. Wow. Okay, well, there we go, baby. That was lunch.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yay! Pancake City.
What else should I test like this? Yeah, let's see. YouTube thinks you're gonna like this video that's covering Monica's face, unfortunately. I'm so sorry, baby.
It's okay.
Yeah, I think it's covering Monica's face, or it's covering my face. Actually, I never know where it's gonna go.
I don't know either.
But YouTube thinks you're gonna like that one. So you should watch it and subscribe.